Because I did not grow up watching Disney princesses. I grew up watching other stuff. But that's not what this video is about. So I'm dedicating this month to a series where I talk about Disney princesses. And I hope you come along with me by subscribing to my channel and leaving your thoughts, and please tell me which princess I should watch next. My name is Voke. This series is dedicated to Disney princesses for the cultural phenomenons that they are. I started with Princess Tiana, the Princess and the Frog, because I am curious. This is the first dark-skinned princess in Disney. And also, of all princesses, I know her story the least. I know nothing about her. I just know the costume. That's all. I didn't even know that there was a Princess Tiana for a very long time. Yeah, it's that serious. So I decided to start with her story. And this her story is pretty interesting. This story is set in New Orleans. Watching the originals and watching the Vampire Diaries, and just really knowing a little about New Orleans because I've never been there. But knowing a little about New Orleans, I know that it's a place of magic. However, what type of magic? But it's just a place of magic. That's just the bottom line of it all. I think it was a very fitting set for this story. So Princess Tiana dreams of becoming a hotel owner one day, and this was a dream of hers and her father's. But her father works odd jobs, works so hard, and he never actualized that dream before he passed on. But Princess Tiana decided to hold on to this dream no matter what, that she's going to actualize this dream no matter what. Princess Tiana grew up learning that you have to work hard to get what you want. When you grow up around poverty, you know that work you have to just keep on working hard no matter what, because you have to keep going. And that's what Princess Tiana was doing. And on the other hand, Charlotte actually grew up side by side with Tiana, because Tiana's mom, she makes Charlotte's clothes. So during the visit, Charlotte has always has these dreamy things in her head. She wants to marry a prince. She just really believes in fairy tales. But Princess Tiana, she's more realistic. However, now that they're grown up ladies, the Mardi Gras is coming up. Tiana doesn't care about this thing. She's just cares about saving up enough money to start her own restaurant. Now, the prince is coming to town, Prince Naveen. This prince is actually was actually cut off from his family because his parents want him to work hard and know what it means to just work hard. Now, the prince and his companion, they went to dabble in dark magic. This dark magic turned the prince into a frog, and his companion, they switched bodies. So while the prince is a frog, his companion is the prince. Charlotte wants to impress his prince. So that's the sticky situation here. So Tiana is minding her business. She went to Charlotte's father's house because she has to prepare food for the occasion. And she met this frog. And the frog is talking. And the frog happened to be Prince Naveen. So Prince Naveen actually promised her money, that if she helped him with the situation, he's going to give her money. Tiana decided to kiss the frog, and she became a frog herself. So now this starts an adventure for herself and Prince Naveen, because they have to figure out a way to get back into their natural bodies. So yes, that's what the story is about, and it was a magical ride. They went to the bayou. They had fun adventures with fireflies. They met this crocodile that loves to play jazz music. It was just a very magical experience. Almost There was my favorite song from the movie, because it encompasses what everyone is really going through right now. Everyone, when you have a dream that you want to actualize, Almost There is just the perfect soundtrack for that. Did it live up to the hype? There's really no hype around this Disney princess for me. I have never heard about her, or I only saw her costume. I'm like, okay, there's one, there's a black Disney princess. I never knew that. And the dress, I just remember. So I remember somebody wearing the costume online, and I said, okay, I never knew about this. When did this happen? Apparently, it happened back in 2009. Would I have liked this movie if I watched it when I was much younger? I think so, because as much as I didn't watch Disney princesses, I also watched a lot of musicals, Sound of Music. There's a lot of musicals. There was a lot of music around my life, so I believe that I would have enjoyed Princess Tiana while I was growing up. I liked it. I liked that Tiana had this work ethic, even though her mother was like, "You need love, you need a man," and she's like, "I have dreams," and I like that she was just really laser focused on that dream, because the fact that she even became a frog in the first place was because she was laser focused on her goal. So I like that about Princess Diana. However, when I got to the end of the movie, I said, okay, when she had a kiss with when she and Prince Naveen finally kissed and they transformed back to their normal selves. I said, really, that's true. This lady had been a frog all through this movie, so we didn't even really get to see her throughout the movie. She was a frog most of the movie. was like how many scenes we saw her being a human being, but for the rest part of the journey, the adventure, she was a frog. And there was never a time that there was no days off for Princess Tiana at all. She was just always working all through this movie. It was at the end, she was still working, trying to put her restaurant together. There were times that I thought, okay, is this story not too dark? Because there was this type where there's blood magic. There's a part where there's blood magic where the villain needed the prince's blood, Prince Navin's blood, so that his companion that was turned into Prince, that was taking Prince Navin's place, can stay in that shape. So they needed the prince's blood. And I said, okay, it's not to that. Then also, I just couldn't just help but just see that it's not from a place of, it's not from a bad place. I just felt that there's just so much hustle culture that surrounded Princess Diana. So much hustle culture. Like when you're just impoverished, you have to just hustle. That was all she just cared about. There was never a time that she just, there were times that she relaxed though, but at the same time, at the back of her mind, she's always just trying to fix things. I don't know if I'm coming out coherently as I would love to, but that's what I just felt like, oh, so much hustle culture. And I also thought of it that although this happens in real life, but it just came to my mind that, okay, how is it possible that I have some sort of friend, Charlotte, that what to do and I am still struggling. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it in this world that you see your friend is struggling and you cannot put in a word for them or help them out. And I really had that beef with Charlotte. You are rich. I don't know why people don't help people, but that's what I just thought about it. Anyway, for the Princess and the Frog, I was thoroughly satisfied. Although I just really liked one song, and my favorite character, I like Mama Odin because she was just really vibrant. She was just so cool. She was so cool in my for me. But yeah, that's what I thought about the movie. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because when I'm watching this movie, I love to like multiple songs, but this one I just like one song. But on a lighter note, I could not just help but wonder what would dear mother think when she finds out that her daughter actually was a frog for a while. When she was just going around prancing the bayou and trying to get back to her human form, I was saying, what would her mother think when she finds out that this person had been made her daughter a frog? At the end, when they got married in church, and I said, Madam, you don't know what your daughter have been through at all. But yeah, that's my thoughts, my first reaction for my first Disney princess movie series. And I hope you're going to stick around for more of this. And let me know what you think or what you thought about the Princess and the Frog, Princess Tiana. Is she your favorite princess? Let me know in the comments. And also, I'll crave your indulgence. Please recommend the next Disney princess I should see. And yeah, I'll be in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Bucky once again. Goodbye.